Martha stood on the scale, her heart sinking as she read the number. 150 kilograms. Her doctor's words from yesterday's checkup echoed in her mind. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, and high blood sugar. Martha, you need to make changes now. She looked at herself in the mirror. I've tried so many times, she whispered to her reflection. I always give up after a few days. What's different this time? That evening, her best friend Sarah called. I heard about your checkup, Sarah said gently. How are you feeling? Scared, Martha admitted. I want to change, but I never stick to my plans. I'll exercise for 2 days, then quit. I'll eat salads for lunch, then go back to burgers. Maybe that's the problem, Sarah suggested. You're trying to change everything at once. What if you started smaller? This conversation sparked something in Martha. The next morning, she grabbed a notebook and wrote, Day 1. Walk for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. It seemed almost too easy, but Martha remembered all the times she'd failed trying to do too much too soon. She put on her shoes and went outside. Those 5 minutes were harder than she expected, but she finished them. The next day, she did it again. By the end of the week, 5 minutes had become 10. Martha created a simple rule for herself: never miss twice. If she skipped 1 day, that was okay, but she wouldn't allow herself to skip 2 days in a row. 1 month later, Sarah visited and found Martha walking around her living room. What are you doing? Sarah asked, amused. I'm getting my steps in while watching TV, Martha explained, slightly out of breath. 20 minutes now. And guess what? I haven't had soda for 2 weeks. That's fantastic, Sarah exclaimed. How did you quit soda? I didn't quit all at once, Martha said. First, I just had 1 less can each day. Then I started replacing it with water. Small steps, remember? 3 months passed. Martha's doctor was surprised at her next checkup. Your numbers are improving, he said, reviewing her charts. What changed? Martha smiled. I stopped trying to change everything at once. Instead of harsh diets, I learned to make small, healthy choices. Instead of running marathons, I started with 5-minute walks. Tell me more about your strategy, the doctor encouraged. I built habits gradually, Martha explained. When walking became easy, I added light weights. When I got comfortable eating more vegetables, I slowly reduced my portions of unhealthy foods. I also started tracking my progress in a journal, not just weight, but how I felt each day. 6 months into her journey, Martha had lost 18 kilograms. More importantly, she had developed something she'd never had before: consistency. Her blood pressure had normalized, and her other health markers were improving. 1 year later, Martha sat in her garden, taking a break from her morning yoga routine. Sarah joined her for their weekly coffee date. Remember when you could barely walk for 5 minutes? Sarah asked. Martha laughed. Now I can't sit still for 5 minutes. But you know what's funny? The weight loss wasn't even the best part. It's the feeling that I can trust myself now. When I say I'll do something, I actually do it. What's your secret for staying consistent? Sarah asked. No secret, Martha replied, sipping her green tea. Just small steps, patience, and learning to forgive myself when I slip up. The old Martha would give up after 1 mistake. The new Martha knows that tomorrow is another chance to try again. By focusing on building consistency through tiny, manageable changes, Martha had not only lost 38 kilograms, but had also gained something more valuable: self-trust and resilience. Her journey taught her that transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens 1 small step, 1 healthy choice, and 1 kept promise at a time. 单字 cholesterol 胆固醇 Noun. A substance containing a lot of fat that is found in the body tissue and blood of all animals. Thought to be part of the cause of heart disease if there is too much of it. Consistent. 一贯的，坚持的 Adjective. Always behaving or happening in a similar, especially positive, way. Slip up. 犯错误，疏忽 Phrasal verb. To make a mistake.